Thank you for tuning in. Today's full moon is in Leo, not Virgo. It's in a place called Purva Phalguni. Phal means fruits. Gini is the quality or the kind of fruits that you're bearing. In Western astrology, yes, you can connect it to Virgo, but in the ancient system, Vedic or the Egyptian system, it's in Leo. And I will explain, and it will make more sense for whichever system of astrology you choose to focus on. So pay attention. So now this placement, interestingly, brings in the energy of the lion. This kind of Lion King energy. It's associated to Simba in terms of its mythology. Now this full moon is very strong because what we find during this full moon in Leo is that it represents that royalty, that lion expression. Now, the moon in Leo is very sensitive because it hides behind the mother. This is why it represents children. Children have this quality with this full moon. Now, children represent that Leo frequency, that love kind of frequency. So this full moon connects to being playful, to be in the space of the mother and to be playful, right? Now with this placement, Leo is strongly connected to Virgo. At the 29th degree of Leo, you find the SPINX because it's the final degree. It's the lion and the goddess, which is at the center of Virgo. This is why the SPINX is strongly connected to Catholic. This is where you get the word cat, holy. Holy cat is where the SPINX is. This is a connection between the Divine Mother, which is the perfection or the one that connects to the wheat, to the Virgin. And so there's a connection there with the lion, the cat. So there's that motherly nurtureness or the actor. This is a time for acting and being open to act, being open to do the things that you love to do, you know. And yes, it's about being expressive. But because you're bearing those fruits, whatever you did during the last full moon, right, is now bearing fruits. This is what this moon is saying. And it's a cycle here. It's bearing fruits. Those fruits are of high quality. So whatever you was doing is now coming into fruitation. So this is what this full moon in Leo is actually saying. So it's like, in a sense, it's like the new normal that everyone is being indulging in. So if you've been wearing your mask, you've been indulging in a new normal. So now the restrictions are being kind of removed slowly. But are they? Or is this just a perception of an illusion that you are entertaining? This is what Leo is saying. Leo full moon is entertainment. Now Leo represents the actors, you know, those who are acting, those who are playing the scenes, those who are pretending to be what they are not. So it's almost like trying to project out an image which is not true. This is what this full moon is doing. So now, with this full moon, another quality with this placement is that it is beautiful to meet someone during this full moon. If you want something to be successful, let's say you have, let's say, a relationship or a business or a meeting, this is a great time to connect to that. on this day. Why? Because it's in Leo. That Leo quality brings in the maturity and then leads in to the contract, which is in Virgo, to kind of just get the pen and paper and just make it earth. So Virgo is the contract because it connects to Mercury. So you sign the contract or you prepare to connect on that kind of loving level, but it has to build. So this full moon in Leo has that quality. Now it's governed under the quality of Venus in the sky. Though it's in Leo, Venus takes that ride. So what does that mean? Well, Venus is showing us that things are being expanded in the air. Venus is in Aquarius, so the energy is being pulled towards Aquarius. It's almost giving us love in the air, right? And love in the air is loving in a different way. Finding the creative art during this full moon is key. You can literally pull out certain new skills or bring out a new quality or a new way to express your heart, to express love in a different way. It doesn't have to be the same way. If you're an actor or if you're not an actor, then do something different, try out a different art, for example, or exercise a new skills in your arts, in your acting, in your way of expressing. This is what this full moon is showing. It's showing a new perspective in yourself that you can bring out. It doesn't have to be the same thing. It can be something completely different. But the key is about acting. And when you act, you're bringing out a new person. And this is what the soul does. The soul is learning different faculties. And this is where we get the word personality from Western astrology, which obviously explains that personality are different personas inside of you. And Western astrology deals with just the psychology of things. So whereas when we dig into the soul, we find the inherent quality which are there. And so these persons are in Leo. These different kind of persons are in Leo, and they're hiding in the moon. So the moon is the mother. This is why when a woman is pregnant, she inherits the child, which is Leo. And the Cancerian energy is that moon. So it's almost like nurturing the child, and it's bearing those fruits. That's what it means, to bear those fruits. Those qualities that are coming out in this full moon is trying to show you. Those fruits are coming out. Those qualities are coming out. Now with this placement, it also connects to Bast. Bast is the Egyptian goddess. Bast is connected to that soothing kind of Leo vibration. So she deals with music. So acting also comes in the side of music, playing with the physical instrument and listening to that vibration of that instrument. So again, you can use your acting skills in different ways. This is a time to connect with children. If you have children, connect with your children during this full moon. It's actually a family full moon. So because Venus deals with the home as well, it deals with the family. So hanging or being close to your family surrounding of people. This is another way to connect with this full moon. So family orientations, people that you feel at home with, or feel connected with. Those are the things and the qualities that this full moon is showing you. Spend some time with those people. Be playful. This is a time of kings. Leo is a king kind of quality. And yes, everyone's been talking about the age of Aquarius. The age of Aquarius is the opposite from the Leo kingdom, right? From the Aquarius kingdom. Leo Aquarius kingdom, sorry, that's what I meant. It's the same kind of quality that's coming out with this full moon. So what we find is that the energy wants you to express your different qualities, to express your differentness, to share your differentness, to relate with people in a different way. Yes, in a different way, it could mean that having a mask on and doing whatever, that's your way if you want to do that. If you want to be more human and want to connect to humanity, right, and protect your humanity, then perhaps you can take it off and then talk to people and not be afraid to speak to people, you know, because in the end, everyone wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. So it's like, wait, hold on a minute. Where is heaven? In your mind, or where are you seeing heaven? So if you love your world where you live, in the earth, on earth, then begin to open up your veil. Show your true potential of love. If you're really about love, and if you're really about humanity, then heaven is in your mind. So there is no disconnection and having to wear something to be, you know, connected to someone. Wait, are you afraid of living? Like, we come back millions of times. So where is this fear coming from? You know? So I'm just saying. So basically this full moon is saying, okay, cool. Let's express. Let's express ourselves properly. Let's express ourselves properly. We can act around people, but let's be honest about how we act. Let's take out that kind of pain. Now remember, the moon in Leo is one of the weakest moons for Leo. Though it's really good, it's very sensitive. That's what I mean. It's a sensitive moon. It is. You can easily hurt someone who has a moon in Leo. You can damage their heart, and you don't want to do that, right? Because it's like damaging a child's heart. That's exactly what Leo represents, the child. So you'll be damaging someone's heart. So be kind to people, Some people may act to just pretend to be nice, right? Or some people may act because they are wounded inside, so they will act a way to show you something, right? So pay attention to the true nature of the person that you're connecting to. And you may notice liars, and you may notice honest people within this full moon. So this full moon is showing us the different qualities of how love is expressed in a acting way. Remember, it's governed by Venus, so it's bearing those fruits. So those qualities are actually built from past lives, those who are born during this time with the moon in Leo in that degree. And interestingly, it's just past the spectrum of the ancestors, the celestial ancestors, which is between the 1st degree and 13th degree of Leo. Now we're moving into more the element which connects with the mother and how the mother nurtures the child. And so this is why we get the Venus energy within that Leo quality. And so the moon is full at 8:17 a.m., right? At 8:17 a.m. And this will be in Western astrology, well, Vedic astrology, sidereal or Egyptian alignment. So sidereal is obviously the truest timing in the sky. So if I'm getting a telescope, this is where it is. Western is not in line. Just want to just kind of just qualify that in your mind. So the full moon, you can see the time here, and then the moon in Leo, 14 degrees, opposite the sun, Aquarius. Venus is nearby. So this placement of the moon is governed by Venus. Okay? It's in the place in the sky which is having the quality of Venus, which is the Ankh. And it's bearing those fruits. It's bearing those lights. It's bearing those qualities. Right? So this is why it's good to connect with your family. Because Venus connects with the family. Good to connect with friends. Friends that are close to you. Friends that mean a lot. connect with your friends, connect with humanity. This is our power time. This is the time of our power. Like the sun has left the enemy house in Capricorn. So now we can be real and honest and speak and share information. Share as much information as you can during this full moon, during this cycle of the moon. As it begins to wane, yes, the next day is going to be analytical, Western astrologers. The next day is that Virgo energy, right? But right now, during the full moon, on the day, it connects to the lion energy, right? It connects to that SPINX energy, that holy cat energy, that musical tone of acting, right? It's that bass that when you think of a cat, it's very deceptive. That's the lion. That's the cat. The deception moving in such a way, and then that's the flow. So now, I just wanted to say that if you are interested in learning astrology, I am going to be doing a crash course astrology course soon, and that will be in probably in a few weeks to a month, and it will kind of break down how this science is more precise than any other sciences of astrology that you may be following. So it's connected to Vedic and the Egyptian system. So it's a combination of the two, combining other types and forms of astrology inside of it, right? And it kind of brings in certain qualities. So if you're interested in tuning in, you can sign up on my page. You can go straight to the top of the profile and you can click on the bio, go to astrology, readings, and then you can just tune into signing up to the course. So if you sign up, when I will be putting it out there, you can get more insights and you can tune in. So it will be like a Zoom kind of course or some sort. So I'm just preparing it together. I just wanted to kind of make the announcement on this video. Also, I'm doing the monthly, it's like a monthly one-to-one, right? So the monthlies I'm only taking about 10 to 15 people at the time. So if you sign up to that, you will get an understanding of who you are and what the chart is showing you. And now this will give you a cycle of each planet inside you. So it's a monthly kind of subscription where you can get a deeper understanding of your makeup. So this is limited, and I really want to stress this. If you want to know about yourself and want to discover yourself, then subscribe to it. If not, and if you're just interested in what's happening in your life, then it might not be the right thing for you. But if you really want to discover yourself to a deeper level, then that will reveal why certain things are happening in your life. So, this is really if you really want to develop your spiritual skills and develop your skills, your talents and stuff of that nature, right? So these readings are going to be on a monthly basis, and they will be very precise and open up different faculties and essence in your life. Okay, so yeah, so going back into this full moon. Okay, sorry I just dragged on to that, but I wanted to kind of put that in there because I forgot to speak about that in the beginning. So during this full moon, good scents to burn, frankincense, wonderful. It connects with the three wise kings. The kings are connected to this full moon because the kings represents that Leo authoritative energy. Now, things to have. If you're a tea person, chamomile tea connects you to the lion. The lion is very royal, it's very calm, but then it attacks when it needs to. So chamomile is a very calming tea to have because it connects to that lion energy. Now, honey is also good. Having honey, if you want to connect to that sweet part of your essence, sweet part of your heart, honey, very nurturing to the heart. The lion is heat. So this placement is also connected to Pitta, which is that fire inside you. So if you want to connect to that frequency, you can connect to that. Now, because it also has this Venus energy, bergamot, essential oil, very good. Lavender, very good. But it's more fiery, so maybe not too much lavender unless you're connecting to the family during this time of this full moon. Now, okay, so this constellation is about bearing fruits and overcoming certain desires. Now, Ganesha rides the rat in the ancient system. So Ganesha rides the rat, which is showing Ganesha overriding his desires. So the rat is like a transporter. That's in the Vedic system. The rat is a transporter, and it transports Ganesha. And Ganesha is the elephant, which is trying to ride the rat, sorry. And the whole essence of this alignment and placement is to gain insight and understand the mind, because it all connects with the mind in the end, and how the mind is rattling and battling. So people born during this time, during the full moon in Leo, and I'm talking about the Vedic or the sidereal system or Egyptian system, will tend to eat, sometimes just nabble and eat around 1 in the morning. Around 1 in the morning sometimes. So just be mindful with your food appetites during this full moon. So because that can have some effects on this. And interestingly, this place is also connected to Simba, the Lion King. So Simba is very strong connected with this placement. And so there's a connection with that placement. Okay. Now, I just want to read something just to close, and then I'll be doing a live on the full moon, hopefully, breaking down how the full moon may affect you if I have the time. So basically, I'll just read something. So for the full moon in Leo, Bast herself, obviously, which is the cat, was the patron goddess of the city of Bubastic, right? That's where you get the Bast. That's where you get bastard from, the word bastard. But Bast is a cat. It's an Egyptian cat, and it's connected to this lion kind of frequency. Once a year, okay, Bast herself was the patron goddess of the city, Bubastic. Once a year, travelers came from all over the land to see raucous parades, plays, and musical presentations, appropriate for a goddess whose symbol is a musical instrument. So here is that musical kind of element, that play, which is connected to the full moon in Leo. The full moon in Leo loves to be performers. So during the full moon, there's that performing energy. However, they are less likely to have the actual musical or artistic talent of someone with the sun or Jupiter in Leo. So therefore means that the energy of that moon in Leo is an actor. They have to act in order to protect their emotion. So this is the key. Instead, their greatest talent is to show off. So the full moon in Leo, you will see the characteristic of people who may like to show off and like to be adored for that. So basically with that full moon, it makes one a very powerful performer of being whatever the audience wants them to be. Since they truly put their hearts into it, Leos, full moons in Leo, the audience responds. Okay, so they know what the audience needs. That's the Leo kind of frequency. So this full moon will show that. When Bast shook her sistrum, she drove away evil spirits. Okay, and the Leo full moon shows that. Okay, so Leo may find that performing, right? Performing temporarily drives away the inner demons of low self-worth, neediness, and feeling unloved, which can sometimes underlie the Leo ego. So that was a secret there for this full moon. Now be more caring to people who are actors, because sometimes you don't even know what they are going through. People like Michael Jackson, you know, people like all these artists that were out there doing these things, you know, hiding, because deep inside they have a very emotional nature. So be more compassionate to your human fellow beings and support them the right way, you know, because this is what we need. More LOVE for your neighbors. Thank you for tuning in for this full moon blessing. Well, not less, because it's less, isn't it? Full moon entanglement in Leo, where the energy is sharp and willful. May your willpower come through. And if you watch the last video on your soul, it's actually connected to the sun. And that's why I actually done it, actually, just to kind of bring in the energy of Leo. So thank you so much, and have a beautiful, beautiful rest of the week.